Okay, just while I'm setting up for this mix, I do need to address a very common comment which is appearing on my videos on my YouTube channel, and that is, you ain't really doing an old school mix because you ain't playing vinyl. Okay, alright, listen, I've done my time, alright? I started in 1989 as a DMC turntablist, scratch mixing, Technics 1200s, been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Moved on with the times, I've brought myself into the digital age. There's a couple of reasons, let me explain. So I do still have a pair of Technics 1210s, but one of them is only playing out of one channel. So actually, if you could let me know in the comments, I'd love to know what the quick fix for that is. I'm sure there isn't a quick fix. I have tried cleaning the points on the cartridge in the tone arm. I suspect it's got to be some internal wiring. A friend of mine has said, you know, you need to take the whole thing apart and go in and resolder a cable that's probably come loose inside. But if you know of any way of me getting that mended without a load of hassle, then do please let me know in the comments, as I say. But yeah, one of my Technics turntables is actually playing out of one channel anyway, and because of that I kind of upgraded and went digital. Second reason is because when I go to any venues to play, especially at the Marshall Arena, for example, on the big events, all they provide you with is the digital setup. There are no Technics turntables, unless of course you are a DJ who's going to add that to your rider. But I don't. Plus it means I don't have to carry around record boxes, flight cases for, you know, record bags to each and every gig. I can just rock up with a little USB memory stick or SD card. Make sure you've always got a backup. Make sure you've always got a backup. That's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. But yes, listen, I get it. Old school probably sounds better on vinyl, but everything you hear me play is from my vinyl record collection. So I've spent the last few years digitizing. This is the reply I've given to everybody who keeps asking me about vinyl. Why aren't you playing vinyl? Or just trying to hit me up with the horrible comments about you ain't old school because you ain't playing vinyl. I have digitized my record collection. Everything you're listening to, it is from the record collection. So another common question is, where do I get my old school music from? Well, I've just answered that. I digitize all my record collection, but you can find a lot of remastered versions of tracks. Now, okay, they're not going to have the crackle of the vinyl on them, but they are going to sound much cleaner and sharper. So if you are a DJ or someone who's just looking to purchase some old school music, one of the websites you could check out is a website which is run by Night Force Records. Now they also have a record shop as well, but Night Force Records have actually bought the publishing rights and basically the entire back catalogues of a lot of the old school producers and DJs who you know and love, and they're re-releasing. So some of them they're remastering, some of them they're just re-releasing. Try that at Night Force Records, run by DJ Lunacy. Also my bestie, my best mate and fellow co-producer is a guy called Dan. You might know him as DJ Terrace. He's actually signed to Night Force Records, and he's kind of making what I would call new school, old school jungle. So old school jungle vibes, but with new, you know, now he's making it now. They're new tunes, they're all new tunes. But yeah, Night Force Records is where you can get some remastered and back catalogue stuff. So that's definitely one of the sites I'd say go to. Because I've had lots of comments from people saying, oh, I can't find the old school on Beatport. No, neither can I. Okay. Alright, so that's just not happening. What have I tried? I've tried Beatport, I've tried TrackSource, Chemical Records when Chemical Records was around. I think they've gone under now. Yeah, it really is hard to find the old school, I'm not going to lie. But obviously, with me having the vinyl collection and then just digitizing it, I might as well cover it in this video. A couple of people have asked, how have I digitized the music? What did I do? Well, the one working turntable that is playing out of two channels, I'm able to connect that to my mixer, and then I just come straight out of the mixer. It's really rudimental, man. It's really terrible how I do it. I just literally come out of the audio straight into a sound card for my MacBook. That's it. No trickery, no tomfoolery. Yeah, one deck, one slab of vinyl, into the mixer, out of the mixer, into, what have I got? I've got a Scarlett 2i2, like the smallest type of little red sound card. You've seen them before online, I'm sure you have. And then that just goes straight into the MacBook Pro. I'm using Audacity as well. I'm not even using Logic Pro in there for digitizing and recording. It's all you need. You just go straight in, save it as a WAV. That would be my tip. Although, because I do use the MacBook, I do find I use AIFF as a file type. The other reason for that is it can retain any ID3 tags that I add So if I want to put the year of release, the record label, just tidy up, the title and the artist and things like that as I'm managing the record collection in Pioneer Record Box. If I use WAV, it doesn't retain the ID3 tags. So if I want to move the files around, move them to another computer or whatever, it doesn't retain them. So for me, because I'm on the Mac, I'll go AIFF. It's kind of lossless, like WAV. So, it's not as compressed as MP3. MP3 is really compressed. When I started at the radio station, here's an interesting fact for you. When I started at the radio station MKFM, they said to me, make sure your music and your mixes is either MP3 320 kbps or WAV. So from a broadcast quality point of view, they're okay with 320 kbps. So anyone who says, you shouldn't be using MP3s, you should be using WAV or, AIFF, like I said. Not really. Not really. You just stick with MP3. As long as they're MP3 320s and you've done a nice clean recording of them, they're going to sound fine anyway. Right? They're going to sound fine on most systems. Okay, something like the Marshall Arena, where it really is almost like stadium PA style, there's a tiny bit of audio quality loss, I suppose, between MP3 and then playing out the AIFFs as I am, or WAVs as a lot of DJs might also do. But only for us audiophiles that are going to hear that. You know what I mean? The average audience is not going to recognise the difference, so they're not going to know the difference. And quality-wise, you can smash an entire set. I'm sorry, but you can on MP3 320. Be careful with things like YouTube ripping and stuff like that. Yes, there are some sites that say they can rip at 320. They give you the option, is it I can't remember the numbers now, that's bad, isn't it? 128 kbps. Is it 224? That might be wrong. 320, something like that. Yeah, go for 320 if you're going to be doing it. YouTube already degrades the audio quality because it compresses the video files anyway. So if you're taking it from that, it's never going to be a nice clean sound. But you would have heard every other DJ tell you that. All of the channels on YouTube for DJs and music production, they will all say the same. Don't rip from YouTube. If you can avoid it, because the quality is going to be rough as heck. But you know what? If you're just playing for yourself, yeah, go on then. All right, just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. Absolutely bonkers. I don't understand how that's happened, but I thank you honestly from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my belly and the bottom of my beard. I am recording this in December 2024. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, you and your loved ones, and a Happy New Year. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, listen, enjoy the holiday season. You've got the New Year celebrations coming. Thank you, and I'd love to see you back on the channel soon. See ya.